Black Friday is over. That means we get to finally shift into Christmas. And we're gonna start this week by dropping our Christmas box. This is something we do every year. Let's get into this week's drop with some amazing new products. How's it going, guys? Travis from Tacklebros, and we got some awesome stuff for you guys this week. But before that, make sure you check out our social media at Tacklebros Fishing. Is pretty much us on everything. We started doing TikToks. A little bit weird for me, but we're here for it. I'm with Ashton, as always, so make sure you check out his QTR_46, and then mine is at Tacklebros. So now that we are past all that Black Friday craziness, we're gonna start to move into Christmas time. Now, hopefully you guys have, a significant other who loves you. Something we do at Christmas is we build gift boxes to make it easier for your spouse to, or maybe you just want to buy it for yourself. That's cool too. But basically we build value boxes based on dollar spent. So we start at $50, we go all the way up to a $5,000 box. We also have different types of boxes. Maybe you're extremely into BFS fishing, we offer BFS boxes, and then we have a $250 muskie box. Muskie's a little tough. There's not a crazy amount of stuff, but if you're a muskie fisherman or you're shopping for someone who's a muskie fisherman, that is a box that we'll have available. They come in custom Tacklebros boxes. They're really, really cool. I wish I had one right now, but they are arriving on Monday. So on Monday, when I get my boxes, we're gonna shoot a full video on our holiday gift box. This is, if you spend $250, you get $250. We can also look at accounts if you're, like I said, if you're a spouse and you know that your significant other shops here, we can look at his account, her account, whatever it may be, and sort of gear the exact stuff to go into the box based on what they like. So we can get this exactly honed in for the person you're shopping for. We're pretty good at it. The boxes are pretty cool. They go over very well. We've done this every year since we've been in business. It's something that I actually look forward to putting together for you guys. So that is now going to be available. And then we also have some new stuff this week. We're still slightly suffering from the Canada Post strike. So we are still missing a lot of stuff from Japan. Now, Duo and Raid, amongst others, have really stepped up to help me get through this little hiccup. Whenever Canada Post quits striking, we're gonna have the craziest drop of all time based on the amount of stuff that has been sent to me by EMS. But this week we do have some great stuff, some restocks, and some new stuff in from brands like Missile and Duo and Nishine Lure Works, which is near and dear to me because Hiroshi lives, like 2 hours from here? Yeah, so let's get into this week. I'm going to start with the Nishine Lure Works. So for you guys that aren't familiar with Nishine Lure Works, Hiroshi Nishine is one of the, how would I put this? He's a master at making lures. Now, originally in Japan, he's collaborated with a lot of brands, Shimano, Daiwa, made a ton of great products with them, and then moved to Canada, actually, from what I understand, to, study smallmouth and become more familiar with bass species, a little bit easier sort of testing lures and stuff over here. So he actually lives maybe 2 hours away from where our store is. We have a great relationship with those guys. And this week we're gonna bring to you 2 new colors in our best-selling swim bait head. This is gonna be the Nishine Lure Works Smelt head. This is gonna be CG Blueback Chartreuse Glow. And then we'll also have CG Smelt Glow. First of all, great colors. And these will also be available in all the regular size in the Smelt heads. So this is going to be the Smelt color, which is an amazing natural looking minnow color. But the cool part about this, and Ash, I'm gonna get you to include this in the video, you'll see here on the bottom, it's sort of that off-white color. Once this has been exposed to a little bit of light, it's gonna have an amazing little glow profile. Now, for most situations, glow is not overly important. I happen to be one guy that I have certain baits where if they make a color and glow, I am extremely drawn to it. One of my favorite colors of swim baits that I use nonstop has some glow into it. You've seen the effects of it, Ash. I've seen the effects of it. I have a ton of confidence in glow. Now these are going to be cool because half of the glow is actually going to be inside the body. So if you're using a transparent bellied bait, it's really going to shine through. And then the rest is just going to be on the chin. So this is not a crazy glowing bait. This blueback chartreuse looks phenomenal. This is going to pair up awesome with anything white, anything blueback, anything chartreuse. This will be a pretty much staple color for, especially for smallmouth guys. I know it's actually really good walleye color as well. So 2 new colors in, like I said, this is our #1 selling swim bait head. The great part about the Smelt head is 90-degree line tie. You can also pair this up with a Inset hook keeper, which will keep your baits on there a little bit better. Not sure if we have stock, we'll check on that. But they come in tons of different weights. So 1/8, they have a #1 size hook, then they come in a 2/7, a 3/7, and a 5/8, all with a 2/0 and a 4/0 hook. So you can really pair these into whatever size swim bait you're using. I like throwing that 3/7 2/0 paired up with a 4-inch easy shiner when we're fishing a little bit deeper. One of my most productive combos this year. Super excited to have these 2 new colors in from Nishine Lure Works, and I believe next week we're gonna have a awesome restock on a bunch of other stuff that we've been out of, but for now, check these guys out. Okay, quick look at raid. We just have 1 restock, and this is an important one. This is something that we did a video on recently, and these things flew out of here. I grabbed the last of the Dama type cover and the type level in the heavyweights that they had in stock. So that's that green pumpkin seed, the dark cinnamon blues, a bunch of the other colors. They're all back in stock. I don't have a lot of them, so I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on these guys, but this is my favorite little micro finesse jig. And then this type level is awesome if you're looking to do anything in the mid column. You can fish it on bottom, but this is really designed to sort of sit level in the water like this. One of my biggest producers this year as well. This is, again, micro jigs have become a staple in a lot of our arsenals. You can use it on spinning, you can use it on BFS. Just an awesome way to catch them. Popular colors and weights are all back in stock now. So this week we're gonna bring to you the collaboration with Missile and Roboworm. This is gonna be the 4-inch mini magic worm. Now, there's tons of different worms on the market, but something that is very Roboworm specific is their color profile and how they do their colors. And I'm happy to see that Missile has collaborated with them on this because, you know, a lot of times we sell out of a lot of the Roboworm stuff. It can be tricky to get back. And there's also not a lot of profile in the Roboworms. 4 inches isn't something they do. They have the 4.5, the 5.5. So this is the mini magic worm. This is a wicked color. So these are gonna come 16 to a pack. This is a 4-inch worm style bait coming from Missile and Roboworm, like I said. The great part about this is Roboworm is really known for their sort of layering of colors. And that's, I think, what Missile wanted to collaborate with them on this. This is going to be a great drop shot worm, sort of similar to that 4.5-inch Roboworm, just a downsized profile. It's going to have a little bit more of a bulb on the tail. The real key with these guys are going to be the color profile. So this one is going to be green pumpkin money. It's got a really beautiful sort of gold vein through the middle of it. This is going to be PB&J time. So that is the top there, and then the back is going to be the jelly. We're gonna have John's Juice, sort of a green pumpkin brown with that morning dawn color in it as well. These colors, dude, are super Roboworm-esque, but all new Roboworm colors, which, I mean, I will take as many Roboworm colors as I could possibly get. This is gonna be Lava Craw. So again, this is gonna be clear, transparent, red on top, and then you're gonna have this orange bottom. Like, these colors are unreal. They did an amazing job. This one is going to be Ed's orange, so brown with a little bit of orange in it. Blueback Secret. This is pretty reminiscent of an Aaron's Magic, but more of a clear watermelon instead of that green pumpkin top. These colors are unreal, man. Bruiser Flash, so blue with black. Passion Shad. Like, this is a Great Lakes killer color, man. It's going to be that pink, and then it's going to have sort of a white belly. Magic Pumpkin Red, so sort of a, you know, watermelon red on top with sort of a motor oil color as the bottom layer. Missile Morning, pretty self-explanatory. Watermelon Violet, this is again where that Roboworm, I don't even know how they do it, dude, because I know they don't hand pour it, but they have that sort of vein in the middle of it. This is a great one. And finally, Junebug Dream. Really cool color. These all look different every time the light starts hitting them, and I'm looking at them from the back. Check those out from Roboworm and Missile Baits. Something I like about Missile Baits that they've been doing a lot lately is If they like something, they collaborate. They're not stealing ideas and stuff like that. So another great little worm, drop shot, Nico, anything sort of finessey, this guy's gonna excel on that. And you get those phenomenal colors. They did a great job. Really good job. And 16 to a pack.
That's crazy.
They actually feel a little bit more firm than soft, and they have sort of an oil on them. There's a scent, but I don't know how strong the scent is. I like that they kind of did like a collaboration plastic too.
Cool.
Like it's pretty Roboworm-esque.
Yeah, it looks that.
Okay, let's talk crankbaits. Not something that, I mean, we personally do a lot, but crankbaits in the fall, we spend quite a bit of time. The Duo Realis Crank 48, this is the MR version. This is the Kabuki. So the Kabuki is a great little silent, sort of, it has a shallow bill, but it is a deep running bait. So this is not deep, but 6 to 8 foot. So your true mid running. It has a ton of erratic action. It's gonna weigh 3/8 ounce, so it's gonna have great castability. Has a fixed tungsten ballast system, so it's gonna sit great in the water, and it's gonna have really good obstacle avoidance. Now, it's a crankbait, they get hung up on everything, but they've actually done a lot of work here to try to help this thing get up and around cover a lot better. It's available in a ton of different colors. I like that it's silent. 48 millimeters long, which in my brain, do math, 1.1 inch and 7/8. Didn't. Just shy of 2 inches. It's gonna be a high float, so you crank it down, bang, bang, bang. You let it kind of come back up and kind of keep going again. 7 to 9 foot lure rating. I'd really say that it's more 6 to 8 foot, size 6 hooks. Great duo hooks, great duo colors. Let's run through them really quickly. It's gonna be matte black OB. Cool one. Itako green gold. Blue shad. Hazard chartreuse 2. So a little black back. That's a great one. I'm gonna have Hellcraw, Prism Gill, Chartreuse Gill Halo, Matte Tiger. So we'll turn, and Metal Black Gold. So the little Kinkuru action. So check those out if you're a fan of crankbaits. These are great ones. Like I said, a lot of obstacle avoidance, high float. So they really sort of, you get them down, shoot back up, you get them back down again. Great little crankbaits, deflect off a lot of stuff. Really cool from Duo. Now, I've had a lot of questions also about when we are bringing in the Raid Ghostwire from the Backyard Works. If you're not familiar with the Backyard Works, that is Raid's basically in-house special items. They only release it onto the Backyard Works website. Back in, when was it, Ash? Did we hang out with those guys? It was early this year at the Classic. So we had a big meeting with the Raid guys back in March. They brought me over a bunch of samples of these just to, as sort of like a gift, not with no intention of ever bringing these out past the Backyard Works. But these are such a cool A-rig, not even really being used as an A-rig, which I will get into when we get the actual order in here, that I begged and pleaded literally for months. Had multiple meetings about bringing these in, and in about, when was it, May, we finally had them agreed to do at least 1 or 2 batches of these, and I knew it was going to be in November, so we kind of had a whole thing sort of planned out for this to come out. Then Canada Post goes on strike, really backed us up. Raid has been gracious enough to send us a second package with these guys, so it's looking like next Thursday I'm gonna have all of the Ghostwires and Ghostwire next levels for you guys to do. If you guys want to mark it, to make sure you get them. These are extremely tough to get. I don't know when they're coming back. I don't know if they're coming back. I hope they make these a regular stocked product. We had a ton of fun on these this year. And like I said, this is an A-rig that you don't really fish like an A-rig. So we'll do a full breakdown next week, but the Ghostwires are coming in. They would have been here 3-4 weeks ago had we not had this Canada Post shutdown, but it is what it is. So thanks again, guys, for hanging out with us. Thank you all so much for the support on Black Friday. All the orders are shipped now as far as I'm aware. If you have any problems, please feel free to reach out to us and we'll get it resolved for you as soon as possible. And we'll see you guys next week for an absolute banger of a drop. I got some stuff planned. It's going to be awesome. See you guys then.